this video's demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple yet elegant card in this beautiful cream and black look using the new JND411 small baubles die. So I'm going to bring the die set in, and in the die set you get the outer dies, and you get a few of those, and you also get 6 different sort of center panels for it, and you also get this little die which will cut you 3 crowns for them as well. So easily with 2 passes of the machine you can fill all 6 baubles with your 3 outers and your 6 inners and your little top that cuts 3. So everything's kind of done in sort of 3s and 6s on this one. So we're going to start very simply by just cutting the bauble. So I've got here a piece of black glitter card from the Craft Artist collection, and I'm going to take one of the baubles, and I think this time I'll use the pair of leaping stags and one of the outers. And all you need to do is to take a long piece of tape, pick up the center, and then match to the bauble, getting it nice and even, and just pick that up. And you'll see here there's a central little spike on the snowflake to match with that dot to help you get it nice and even, and we pop that onto our black glitter card. Now, cutting glitter card is relatively simple when it's the Craft Artist glitter card. If you're using one that's a little bit more difficult, you can cut down onto a metal shim and that will finish it off and bite properly. But I don't need to on this occasion. But I do want to cut this because I want to show you how we take that out of the die. So you give it a good run through with your machine. I'm using the Kaleido, but you can do, and all you're watching at the moment is my arm, but you can use any of your sort of, even your smallest machines will work. But you can see here, I just take that out, all of the pieces drop out, so you just need to be a little bit careful in easing those out of the piece. Support the piece and pull them out, there we go, and even the tiny little bits will come out. So the die is designed to cut. If you do struggle because of the card you're using, as I said, cut into a metal shim, and that will actually help to just finish off and bite. But with the Craft Artist glitter card, it cuts absolutely perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I want to put a vellum piece on the back of here. And matching up vellum as a solid against a sort of detailed die can be quite difficult. So the easiest way to do this is to take, I'm using Craft Mount by 3M, so take your spray glue or whatever glue you're using, but I would suggest using spray glue or a dry glue, and stick that straight down to your piece of vellum. Then take the outside die and slot that background. It will fit around the piece that you've used. Take a little bit of your low tack tape and run that through your die machine and cut that. That way you get it exactly right, whereas with vellum and parchment and very thin papers, sometimes it's very difficult to see to line them up properly. But doing it this way, it's lined up exactly right, and there is nothing, there's no edge on it or anything else. So we have a beautiful piece. So here I have one I've already done, and what I've actually done is this. I've glued this onto the back using a piece of thin black ribbon, and it's very easy to glue or attach this, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So on this occasion I'm using a piece of silver ribbon, and all I want to do is to thread the ribbon through the loop at the top, and then I want to take a little bit of glue glaze, which is a very quick drying flat glue, and just glue the back just like that. Then pull your ribbon through into position and just press that down, and by pressing that down you will get that to adhere straight away nice and neatly on the back. So that one pulled through a little bit, so I hadn't left that to dry long enough, so let's just do that one again. So let's get it through, just press it down until that glue is dry, and there we go, completely stuck. So really simple, really easy. I'm going to continue with this one with the black ribbon, and what I've done here is I've taken a piece of champagne or ivory coloured card, and I've just embossed a little bit of a pattern across it using one of the John Next Door embossing folders from Christmas from last year. And here I've got Helen's holly cut in the same colour and cut in the glitter card, and I've done a full set of the largest holly plus an extra one in the cream and the same in the black. So I'm just going to glue this one on. So turning over first of all my cream, I'm going to use a simple glue glaze on the back. So I'm just putting a little dab of glue glaze onto each petal or each leaf and a little bit in the centre. And I'm going to put that to one side and press down. I'm going to do exactly the same using the glue glaze and doing the other piece, and we're going to put that one going the other way. Really simple. I'm then going to take the glitter card pieces, so check that I've got a left and a right in that, and the same again, a little bit of glue glaze onto each one. I've just shaped these on a pair of tweezers, so again, nothing complicated. So a little bit of glue glaze, which is so much easier for these delicate die cuts, on each of these holly leaves so that they'll stick down nicely. And I'm just going to stick those down. You may want to just press your largest leaf down, press some of your leaves down just to make sure they're nicely adhered. I'm just using a pokey tool. And you can, because it's very delicate, you can arrange them so you can move. So that holly there, I can actually move that leaf if I want to and tuck it underneath. So you have got a lot of scope to move them because they're very delicate where they're attached. I'm then going to take another piece that I've got, and I'm just going to cut off the top 3 pieces of that. And I'm simply again going to add a little bit of glue glaze onto the back, nice and easy. And I'm just going to pop that in just there so that I've got it coming over a little bit, and do the same with the black. So cut that off. The other pieces of holly you can use for another project. Really very simple. And again, glue glaze on the back. And I'm going to take that and bring that little bit further out, just so I've got that nice little spray of holly. I'm then going to use my piece. I'm actually going to use the black one, but I could use the silver. And I don't want to ruin any of this vellum by putting any glue on there or any foam tape or anything like that. So I'm simply going to use a little bit of glue gel. And all I'm going to do is put that where the bauble would be. So take a little bit of my glue gel, put that just there where the bauble is. Always a lot easier when you're not doing it on a video. And we'll put that quite low down there. Really simple. I'm then going to just turn that over, so pull up the piece. I've got foam tape on the back of here already, so I can just pull my little ribbon up, make sure I get it nice and tight. There we go. But I'm still letting it hang. I'm letting it be relatively loose. I'm then going to take off the foam tape, and this panel I'm making here has been cut to 5 by 7. So this will easily, you could go straight onto a 5 by 7 card blank, or as I've done, put it onto a slightly bigger one at 6 by 8. So I've got a mat of gold and a mat of black on here. I'm just going to position that on quite simply. And you want that ribbon to be relatively loose because you want it to look like it's hanging. I've then got a little bow that I've tied again in the black ribbon. And I'm going to take a little bit more glue gel. and just put that where it connects and pop my little bow on. Just there. You can move it up slightly if you want to and have it hanging from the ribbon. And then a little bit of glue gel in the middle here, where I've got all of those holly berries together. And I'm using some of the Craft Artist glass stamens in here that I've just pulled the heads off them, and I'm just going to put through because I think they look beautiful, almost like miniature pine cones. And we put those in, and there we go. A very clean and simple Christmas card, a great one for batch making. You could do it without the spray and just have the single little bauble hanging on there, and you've got 6 different options to do. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the Crafting with John next door and Crafts2 group on Facebook. Enjoy.